before we begin, take a moment to imagine this scene. You're walking home after a long day, exhausted, carrying the weight of responsibilities that never seem to end. Rain begins to fall. The streets grow quiet. Then, from the shadows of a narrow alley, you hear a faint voice whisper, "Help me." What would you do? Most people would keep walking. But one man stopped, and that single decision changed 2 lives forever. If stories about hope, courage, and unexpected second chances inspire you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every subscription helps us bring you more heartfelt stories that remind us kindness still exists in the world. Now, settle in as we begin a journey you'll never forget. Marcus Johnson had never imagined that kindness could become the most valuable thing he owned. At 34 years old, Marcus was already carrying enough burdens to fill several lifetimes. Every morning before sunrise, he quietly slipped out of bed so he wouldn't wake his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Their tiny apartment on the south side of Chicago was old, with peeling paint, squeaky floorboards, and windows that let winter wind sneak inside no matter how carefully he sealed them. Yet to Lily, it was home. To Marcus, it was a promise he fought every day to keep. 3 years earlier, cancer had stolen his wife, Angela. Her final words still echoed through his mind every single day. "Promise me you'll keep smiling for Lily, even when it hurts." He had promised. He never realized how impossible that promise would become. Marcus worked 2 jobs. During the day, he drove a city bus. At night, he stocked shelves at a neighborhood grocery store. Sleep became a luxury he rarely enjoyed. Every paycheck disappeared before it even reached his bank account. Rent, electricity, groceries, school supplies, medicine whenever Lily caught a cold. It all added up faster than he could earn it. Still, every evening, Marcus made dinner with a smile. Sometimes dinner was little more than grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Lily always smiled as if it were a 5-star meal. "Daddy," she often said, "when I grow up, I'm going to buy you the biggest house in the world." Marcus laughed every time. "You don't have to buy me anything, sweetheart." "Yes, I do." "Why?" "So you can finally stop working." Children had a beautiful way of saying exactly what adults tried hardest to hide. That Thursday had been especially exhausting. Rain poured relentlessly across the city. Marcus finished his grocery shift close to midnight. His old pickup truck refused to start again. "Come on," he sighed, turning the key one more time. Nothing. He leaned back in the driver's seat. "I guess we're walking." Fortunately, home wasn't terribly far away. He pulled his hood over his head and began making a familiar walk through quiet streets glistening beneath orange streetlights. Most businesses had already closed. The sidewalks were nearly empty. Only the sound of rainfall and distant traffic filled the night. Marcus passed the entrance to an abandoned warehouse district, an area everyone avoided after dark. That's when he heard it, a soft crash, then silence. He stopped walking. Maybe it had been nothing. Perhaps a stray cat knocking over trash cans. He started walking again. Then came another sound. Not loud, not dramatic. Just one weak whisper. "Help!" Marcus froze. His heart began racing. Every instinct warned him to keep moving. People had been robbed in these alleys. Some never came back. He looked toward the darkness. Nothing. Only rain. He took one cautious step. "Hello." No answer. Another step. The alley smelled of wet concrete and garbage. His shoes splashed through puddles. Then he saw her. A woman lay unconscious beside a brick wall. Her elegant black dress was soaked by rain. One expensive high heel rested several feet away. Blood trickled from a cut above her eyebrow. Her breathing was shallow. Marcus rushed toward her. "Miss!" No response. He knelt beside her. Her skin felt frighteningly cold. He gently checked her pulse. Weak, but there. "Oh, thank God." He looked around. No one. No purse. No phone. No identification nearby. Who would leave someone here? Had she been attacked? Hit by a car? Abandoned? Marcus pulled out his own aging cell phone. 1% battery. He dialed emergency services. The phone died before the call connected. No. Rain continued pouring. He looked toward the street. No passing cars. No pedestrians. No taxis. Nothing. He knew he couldn't leave her. Without hesitation, Marcus removed his heavy jacket and wrapped it around the unconscious woman. Carefully, he lifted her into his arms. She was lighter than he expected. Despite the rain soaking both of them, Marcus carried her nearly 3 blocks until he reached a 24-hour community clinic. The receptionist jumped to her feet. "Oh my goodness." "Please help her," Marcus gasped. She collapsed. Within seconds, nurses rushed forward. Doctors placed the woman onto a stretcher and disappeared behind emergency doors. Marcus stood there dripping wet, breathing heavily. A nurse approached. "Sir, are you family?" "No." "You know her name?" Marcus slowly shook his head. "I've never seen her before." The nurse blinked. "You carried a complete stranger here?" Marcus looked toward the emergency room. "Someone had to." The nurse smiled softly. "I wish more people thought that way." Hours passed. Marcus should have gone home. Lily would wake up in a few hours. But something inside him refused to leave. Around 3:30 in the morning, a doctor finally walked into the waiting room. "Are you the gentleman who brought her here?" Marcus immediately stood. "Yes." "You saved her life." Marcus exhaled deeply. "What happened?" "Severe dehydration, exhaustion, mild concussion, and signs of extreme stress. Another 30 minutes in that alley." The doctor paused. "She might not have survived." Marcus closed his eyes. Angela had always believed people were placed in each other's paths for a reason. Maybe tonight she had been right. Just then, the clinic's front doors burst open. 5 men in dark suits hurried inside, followed by 2 women and uniformed police officers. Everyone looked panicked. One of the suited men approached the front desk. "We're looking for Ms. Evelyn Carter." The receptionist looked surprised. "Who are you?" "I'm her chief of security." Marcus glanced toward the emergency room. The doctor frowned. "She's here." Every face in the lobby changed instantly. Relief, shock, disbelief. The security chief rushed to the doctor. "Is she alive?" "Yes." "Thank God." Marcus quietly picked up his wet jacket, intending to slip away unnoticed. But before he reached the exit, he heard someone call after him. "Sir." He turned. The security chief hurried over. "Were you the one who brought her here?" Marcus nodded. "I just found her." The man extended a trembling hand. "My name is David." Marcus shook it. "You have no idea what you've done tonight." Marcus smiled faintly. "I only did what anyone should." David looked at him for several long seconds. Then he said something Marcus would never forget. "No, most people wouldn't." Marcus had no way of knowing that the unconscious woman he had carried through the rain was not just another stranger. She was Evelyn Carter, the youngest self-made billionaire in the country, the powerful CEO of one of America's largest technology companies, a woman whose face appeared on magazine covers, whose decisions moved markets, and whose fortune was measured in billions. Yet none of that was what mattered most. What mattered was that somewhere between the darkness of that lonely alley and the bright lights of the clinic, 2 broken lives had quietly begun moving toward a future neither of them could have imagined.